Hello and welcome to another Dragonstorm video. And today we're going to be looking at another Magic the Gathering creator. She is a creator who is more known for her cosplay and her community involvement when it comes to videos such as Tolarian Community College and the Command Zone. This is for Ashlen Rose. And Ashlen is a very happy, bubbly, excited young lady who really does epitomize the joy and enthusiasm of Magic the Gathering. And I was first introduced to her actually in a Tolarian Community College video about 4 years ago, where she got a job at an LGS. And it was a great video, and she had tweeted recently about it, and it got me thinking about drawing her as Nahiri, but also to celebrate that video because that still to this day is special in my heart because A, I was still new to Magic when I saw that video, and B, it got me thinking about going into LGSs and actually playing in a more competitive, bit more of a social environment. Up until then, I only played with my friends and at home kitchen table Magic. And that video got me thinking about going in and seeing more about the store. And I actually started going in for, I think it was Hour of Devastation. I finally started going in and drafting and felt comfortable doing so. So that video holds a very special place in my heart. And I wanted to celebrate that with this video here today. So cosplayers are people who create costumes of their favorite characters, in case you don't know. And as an artist, that is super valuable because people who cosplay tend to be very meticulous with their costumes. And as a result, if you're trying to draw a character from an anime or from a TV show or from a movie or game in this case, having someone who's taken the time to look into all of those little details makes a big difference. So in drawing, those sort of details make a really big impact on the viewer. So I wanted to talk about a couple of little things today in the video for drawing purposes, but also to reveal the drawing of Ashlen. So here she is in all of her glory as Nahiri, Nahiri being a lithomancer with power over stone, and you can see that power being manifested around the image here. She's got this beautiful sword from the Magic the Gathering Arena avatar. And I don't know much about that sword, but my goodness, is it ever cool looking. And it's got this wonderful kind of shadowy, ghosty smoke effect going on, which looks absolutely incredible. But I want to talk about two particular parts of this picture, which I haven't finished yet. And that is the strap for her outfit and also some buckles that might go on the arm guard, the arm outfit of the character here. So if you're drawing anything involving, let's say, leathery, so the straps here, I'm assuming, are leather, leather being usually, not always, but usually quite dark, you want to create reflections in that leather. And in doing so, you just create a bit more of a realistic texture to it. So here I am on the strap, adding some dark to it. I'm being careful of that smoky effect that I've got here. I'm going to be kind of working around that, and I'm just lightening. I'm reducing the pressure of my pencil as it goes over where I want the light effect to be. And you can see it slowly changing tone. And as you saw the video with Jimmy Wong, you'll know that very often I'll do a value scale as well to help me out with that. So I haven't done one for this particular drawing, but you can kind of see it slowly changing from light to dark. And there's a great tool to help with that called a blending stomp. A blending stomp is just a roll of paper. It's been compressed into a stick, and it's great for just blending in areas. And because it's got a bit of a pointed tip to it, you can really control where that blending occurs and where you end up with that light effect, that shine in the strap there. So that's a really great way of creating a leathery sort of texture, but also a detail. Now, metal similarly will shine, but you tend to get less of a transition and more of a just dark to light. So I could use a blending stomp here in the metal clasp, but I'm gonna go back to my pencil and just really make sure that I go from dark on the edges of this clasp to light in the middle. So same idea, it's just that there's less change. There's less gradation, light to dark. It's just dark and light, really contrasting one another to create that shine effect in the metal. It's a great way of creating that effect. You can do that also in swords, in chains, in all sorts of different objects just to make your artwork look a little more realistic, a little more shiny and metallic. All right, so now Nahiri's clasp there looks a little more metallic. I'm just gonna carefully smudge in to darken. I know she is Kor, K-O-R. It's a character. I guess it's a race, and they tend to be lighter skinned, but we still want to have some shadows and shading in there. I'm also going to do a buckle here on the right, and for buckles, they're really easy. You kind of work out where you want the strap part of the buckle to go over, and the buckle itself will overlap that strap. So I'm going to make these more square buckles. And I couldn't help but thinking today, bad pun moment here, that Ashlen also had cosplayed in a Command Zone video as Admiral Brass Beckett, so a pirate. And there were lots of buckles there, so she was literally a swashbuckler. Haha, haha. Yeah, you know you love it. All right, so again, I'm going to darken the leather portion. It's just, oh, I'm sorry, I'm giving you the finger there. It's just a square, but it's got a thickness to it, and then the little prong of the buckle, of the belt, I guess, portion kind of sticks through the leather and then overlaps our square shape there. So really easy tricks to follow to create really interesting and elaborate effects. And the more you do, the more work you put into things like folds in clothing, buckles, belts, etc., the more impressive the work looks, the more realistic it looks. It also fills space, which is really nice, as well as darkening the image. And as we know from previous videos, the more dark you have in your image, the more contrast, the more impressive, the more realistic it tends to look. So I'll work on that other buckle a little later. I'll show you right now what the final version looks like. It's not too different from this one here, but I hope you found that not only interesting, but also helpful in terms of the tricks and tips. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider sharing it, giving it a like, maybe even subscribing to the channel if you enjoy the content. Thank you so much for watching and have a fantastic day.